All right, hey y'all. So I am back. I actually just went to the store this morning and wanted to do a quick video on everything that I got. It was a beautiful day outside and it just felt like one of those days where I needed to run to the store. I've been wanting to pick up some more seeds for my mom. I thought I was going to order them online, but ended up just going to Anton's, which is right down the road from us. So it's our greenhouse that's literally like less than 5 minutes away. So it was really easy for me to run in. I did see that their sign said that they had seed packets in. So I was like, yes, quick opportunity to go and do that. And plus it was a beautiful day outside. So it gives me an excuse to go outside. So I know that we have some other videos that we're supposed to be filming today, but I thought that I would go over some of the stuff with you and just give you an idea of what I ended up getting for myself and plus my mom. Also, we got a few things in from Amazon, so I figured I would go through all of that and just unbox some of those things and just give you a breakdown of what I ended up getting and what I'm going to be using everything for. So I have my coffee here. I have everything that I just ended up getting in, so I figured I would do just a really quick overview of everything that I got. So as you can see, first and foremost, we have a few succulents in front of us. This is for myself. I mean, these are beautiful. I think it's called String of Pearls, something along those lines. And I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm hoping that it'll get big enough where I can actually put it into a pot and have it spill over the side. Something that you would put like maybe on a bookshelf or something along those lines. That was kind of the goal here. I have a few other succulents here that I picked up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I think I might try to, I would like to redo the bathroom that we have inside. And that's the main bathroom that we use. And I'm planning on doing like a shelving unit, like a tiered shelving unit. And I think I'm going to actually put these in there. It might help brighten up the space a little bit more and to add some like fresh, succulent plants or something along those lines. So that was pretty much it that was plant-wise. Otherwise, I did get some seed packets here too. Let me put these plants out of the way so that I can talk to you guys. Don't fall. All right, let's move these guys over here. Okay. Alrighty. So let's just go through everything. So my mom hasn't really been one to do the vegetable gardens, but my dad is pretty much vegan. He had some health issues years back, and his heart benefits from being, mostly vegan. He does have meat every once in a while just because he likes meat just like I like meat, just like everybody likes meat. I have issues with meat and dairy products too. And so that's why I cut out a lot of that stuff from my diet as well. So my mom likes to cook a lot of vegan meals for my dad. So she does get quite a few different types of vegetables. And this year I'm growing a vegetable garden with my raised garden beds. And I offered to make her a few raised garden beds as well and asked her if she would like to join me with this seed starting process. And she said she definitely would. So we kind of were spitballing back and forth about what vegetables she would like to grow. And she mentioned that she would like some spaghetti squash, some summer squash, some zucchini, some beans, peas. She said specifically sugar snap peas, and then a bunch of different types of tomatoes. So I did go to our greenhouse and I ended up picking up quite a few different seed packets for her. So to get started, I did get the San Marzano tomato, a big boy tomato, a super sweet 100 tomato, and a celebration tomato. So I figured that's a pretty good standard starting lineup for tomatoes, since this is going to be somewhat of like her first time growing them in like a raised garden bed that I'll be giving her. I think that they've had tomatoes before, but I'm not sure if they ended up planting them from seed or if they had, like pots that you would buy from the store that already had seedlings that were grown up into about 3-inch pots. So that's a pretty good starting lineup for them. I also did get some dark green zucchini squash for her. I'm not a zucchini fan, so I didn't pick up a packet for myself. That's not really my forte, so I do not have any zucchinis. It's just a texture thing for me. I can't get over it, but I like squash in general, which is so weird. So I'm not sure. I have planted zucchini in the past. It's a really good vegetable for you to grow that gives you a really good reward right away, really good reward feeling, just because right when you plant it, I mean, you will get growth, like you will get plants from it. So it's really, really easy to grow those. So some squash, I ended up getting her the Waldo butternut squash. So I do actually have this variety of squash as well, but I ended up getting it from like Johnny's or Eden Brothers or something like that. So I do have that. Vegetable spaghetti squash, I have that as well. Same situation. I didn't get anything here from Lake Valley Seed, but I was hoping that she would like this as well. So she'll be able to start some of this stuff too. Hybrid summer squash. Some peppers. So she did ask for specifically for some bell peppers. So I did get her a pack of the California Wonder bell peppers. Bell peppers are usually pretty easy for everybody. Like I usually get a really good reward feeling from peppers as well. And if they don't end up working out, she can always run to the store and grab some that are pre-made anyways. I did get her some sugar snap peas. So I'm hoping, she said specifically she did not want snow peas, she wanted sugar snap peas. So that is what I ended up getting her. So hopefully she'll have good luck with some sugar snap peas. I did pick up a packet for myself as well, so I do have some sugar snap peas here. And then I also ended up doing a pack for her and a pack for me for the Blue Lake beans. So these are just a pole bean. It is not a bush bean, it's a pole bean. And that is what we discussed too. I asked her if she would rather have a bush bean or if she would rather have a pole bean, and she said she would rather have a pole bean. So that's what I ended up getting her. And then I picked up a packet for myself as well. I actually wasn't going to grow peas or beans this year for myself because I actually don't really have good luck with either of those. I do get growth from them, but I get like one pod per plant. I really don't know why or how I can grow them any better. I don't know if I'm just not giving them enough water source or I'm just not planting them in the right location. So I figured I would try these out this year for myself. I think I'm going to end up doing them possibly in some big containers on the porch so I can really have a really good eye on them this year. The peas I'll probably end up planting in one of the pots that are going to be out by the garden bed area. So hopefully that'll work this year for myself. If it doesn't, then I think I'm just going to give up on peas and beans altogether. So the last thing I did get, I ended up picking up some more zinnia seeds for myself. So these are called the Cut and Come Again. And then I also got the Whirligig zinnia seeds too. So I really am excited. I'm looking forward to planting zinnias. I ended up getting like some specific colors for zinnia seeds from Johnny's and Eden Brothers. So I'm hoping that this will help add some more variety of color. I really like the multicolored use in here. It kind of looks like a stratification type of thing. So I'm really excited about the Whirligig. And then the Cut and Come Again, I was really interested in the fact that you can actually cut these and then you can possibly get another bloom from it. So I wanted to try those out and see if I even like them this year. So that was basically it for the seed packets that I ended up getting for myself and plus my mom. I'm hoping that this will get her excited about planting and maybe she'll want to take advantage of it too and continue the tradition from here on forward. So put these to the side. All right, and let's go over the last few things that I ended up getting from the greenhouse. So they had some seed trays here, which were absolutely inexpensive. So I picked up 2 from my mom, and then I also picked out some 2 reservoirs that were made for this purpose. So I'm hoping that she'll end up benefiting from these. So these are just like 4 packs, and I ended up getting quite a few of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2. So there's 12 of the 4 packs per each layer, and I got 2 layers of those, plus I ended up getting the reservoirs to go underneath it. So I really hope that she likes these too. They had them for super cheap, so I just picked them up. It seems like they've used them over the last few years, and that doesn't bother me at all, and I don't think that'll bother Mom either, as long as she's starting them inside. I also ended up picking up some of their last 2 bags of their seed mix that they had in stock. So this is kind of like a starter seed mix that they have. This is something that they actually do on their own. So they actually pre-make their seed starter mix. This was actually from last year's seed starter mix, and it's been sitting in these bags for quite a while, and it seems like the nutrients aren't really escaping. So I figured I would give it a shot. So I picked up a bag for myself, and I picked up a bag for my mom. So hopefully she'll like that too. Super simple. I mean, the lady raved about it, and she said this was their best formula that they ended up doing. Picked up that, and hopefully I could test that out and see how it goes. So that was basically it from the greenhouse. I'll start going through some of the Amazon stuff I ended up getting. So what came in today? So I already made a few cuts in here so you don't have to sit through all of that, but my vermiculite came. So I'm really excited about that. So it's supposed to be a medium-sized vermiculite, which it does look like. It's organic. This is going to be used on top of the majority of the plants that I have in some of our seed starter trays. So definitely going to be going on top of the onions. The onions will really benefit from the vermiculite. And then a few of the other plants that I'm going to do too, I should be mixing this in with the seed starter solution just to make sure that it helps to make the seeds like germinate quicker and it won't suffocate anything. It helps to prevent from any kind of mold growth and things along those lines. So I did get a bag of that. It really wasn't that expensive. I think I paid like less than $20 for it. So I'm hoping that's pretty good, and especially because the size of it I really like. The pellets don't seem like they're super small, and it sounds like you could probably break them up if you do want them to be a little bit smaller. Okay, and the last few things that I ended up getting, so I have this bag here. Pull this stuff out. So I mentioned that I did order some spray bottles to help with keeping all of my seedlings and my seed starter trays moist. So these are actually misters. So they aren't really just like your normal spray bottles. They actually do just like a soft mist. That was kind of something that I was really looking for. I didn't want something that was going to be a little bit too rough on the plants and too big of droplets, because you know, it's a really sensitive area. It's a really sensitive location that these are going to be into. So I don't want to overflow them with water. I want to make sure that they're comfortable with the amount of water that I'm going to be sending them. So I figured just a simple mist a couple times a day at most will be pretty good for certain plants. And then 1 mist per day for other plants is probably going to be fine too, especially because those grow lights are really, you know, they beam some heat and humidity into the area. So we really want to make sure that those are good to go. Okay, so the next few things that I have here. So I did get some heat maps, heat mats, not heat maps. So it's just simple. Ordered it off of Amazon. You just pull this thing out. Oh my goodness, come on. The cord is wrapped on the inside. Man, they really know how to package this thing, huh? And I'll probably have this lay out for a while just to make sure that it doesn't get too difficult to use. But yeah, so it's a heat map here, so, or heat mat. Man, I keep wanting to say map. Yeah, so it has a list of crops that can actually benefit from using a heat mat. And I actually ended up getting it for my geraniums because I knew that geraniums actually need a little bit of a warmer location. And this room is giving off some pretty good heat, but it's not quite into the 75 region that I think, you know, they would benefit from a little bit more. So I think this room's probably closer to like the high 60s, low 70s or so. And I really want to make sure that they get some pretty good germination. So that's what this is going to be used for. I ended up getting 2 just in case I have another crop that needs to use this. So yeah, again, these weren't super expensive. I think I ended up getting them for like one was like, I don't know, like, I don't remember. They were less than $20 a piece though, that's for sure, which is pretty good. Oh yes, and the spray bottles were actually really inexpensive as well. So And the fact that they came with the 3-pack, I was pretty excited about that. I feel like this will be good to have one for the herbs and then one for this room, and then possibly thinking about getting another system, another tiered growing tray system, and putting it possibly downstairs in one of the rooms downstairs, or putting it into the other bedroom where our guest bedroom is. Haven't decided yet, but that's a possibility. Okay. All right, so then the final, or not final, but second to the last thing that came in today. So I did get some more, ended up getting some more trays. So there are a ridiculous amount of trays in here. I can't remember how many are in here. It says 720. There's not 720 total, but there's 720 cells, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 cells per, section here, and they're cut in half, so there's 6 and 6. And then I don't know, there's got to be at least maybe 50 different 12 packs in here. So I was really excited about this. I did get some trays, reservoirs to put underneath these, just because of the amount of seeds that I'm going to be doing this year. I really want to make sure that I'm doing quite a few. I want a lot of flowers and a lot of vegetables this year, so I'm really hoping that I'll be able to get all of those germinated and get all of those in a pretty good spot. So yeah, so I ended up getting some more of these and figured I could use the reservoirs for whenever we do the ranunculus, which I'm hoping to do today. And then, yeah, so that's basically it. And then the last thing I ended up getting, so remember how I was complaining that the potting tray fabric with the snap close corners was absolutely terrible? Well, I ended up getting I was looking for some sort of gardening tray or potting tray that I could use, and everything was like an upwards of like 30, 40, 50 bucks, or something wouldn't get here until, like weeks away. So I ended up getting this, which is just a tub. It's like a Rubbermaid tub off of Amazon, and I was like, this is the same exact thing that it's basically being used for. So and it was a lot less expensive. So this was not expensive at all, and I really do feel like this will work just as easily as any other sort of potting tray situation. So if this works out for me, I might end up getting a second one just to make sure that I have enough, and like it's big enough for me to have enough soil in here and be able to mix that a little bit more. So this will definitely help contain some of the water so that it's not dripping down the front of me or down onto the floor. And then this will help contain the soil too because of how high it is. It'll be nice because I think the trays can easily like lay over the top, or I can just put them on the side, or I can just put them this way and just dump the soil into there. I am going to keep that potting tray fabric thing and just use it as like a cover so that I have a place to keep all of the soil just in case there is a spillover or something on the sides of this, or while I'm putting it into the trays that are on this side, it keeps that mess kind of contained so that it's not getting all over the place. So that's pretty much it for things that I have today. Yeah, so I do have a few other things that are going to be coming in within the next few weeks. And that will be pretty much it. I am starting to get cravings to order more seeds. So I didn't get any Lisianthus, and I'm starting to have regrets about that. Just looking at them. Johnny's has a Voyage selection for Lisianthus seeds, and it looks absolutely beautiful. They are pelletized seeds, so they're a little bit easier to see whenever you put them in the soil, and it helps keep the seeds contained in like one area so that it's easy, like if they're super small, you can keep them in that one little cell, the pelletized cell. So they do take a long time, so they're about 140 to 160 days. I really would be on the brink of like, I'm not supposed to be growing those at this time anymore. However, I kind of want to give them a shot. If it turns out that, the growing season becomes a little bit too cold outside to keep them, I might end up moving them back inside and then just continuing that growth inside just so I can see how beautiful that they are. I am obsessed with some of those. I have also been on the hook of looking at different types of calendulas. I want to get a few more geraniums. I haven't looked at what else I could get. I ended up getting a Maverick kind of geranium. I think it was a Maverick Red that's up there, and I really like those. I was looking at the pictures online and I was like, I really like these compared to any other type of geranium. So I might look for more of those Maverick type of geranium seeds, but I really can't find much out there. There isn't a lot of places that have a lot of variations of geranium seeds. So once I find a place that has a pretty good selection, I'll let you know, and then put the link down below of where I ended up ordering from. And then I would like to order those soon so that I can put them in this tray and fill up the rest of the tray and get those started. I actually looked while I was at the greenhouse to see if they had any geranium seeds there, and unfortunately they didn't have anything. So I just had to deal with, well, I'll have to order them online. And then of course I'm getting a couple different emails about some specials that are being ran from a few different companies, and I'm getting more and more interested about doing some more seed ordering from some different places. So we'll see. There is no harm in trying to stash up a bunch of seeds for the next few years too, and just, you know, if I don't use them over the year, it should be okay. As long as I just double up on the amount of seeds that I put into each of the cells, I should be fine. So yeah, that's basically it that I have for you right now. I think I'm going to start a few other videos for you today too. I know I have another planting or seed starting video that I would like to go over with you, and then I also have a winter sowing video that I would like to go through with you guys as well. So I guess that should be it for today for right now, and then I guess I will see you next time. Thanks guys.